This is Crime Beat this week with Officer Don and Fayette College attorney Ray Larson. Get a whole 30 minutes with us this week. So we're going to give you the lowdown on what's happening in the criminal justice system. Going to start off talking about Elizabeth Turpin. She's been in the news. Her parole hearing, all three of the people involved in that murder. Just go over that real quickly so people can be reminded of what these people did and then what happened at their parole hearing.
Well, it was 1986. Mike Turpin had married Elizabeth Zender. We'll call her Elizabeth Turpin from now on, but within 6 months, Elizabeth Turpin had decided she didn't want to be married to Mike Turpin anymore. Rather than just get a divorce, she got her friend Karen Brown, who was reputed to be her lesbian lover and co-employee out at Superior Nissan, to recruit somebody to kill Mike Turpin. And on February the 2nd, Karen Brown and Keith Bouchard went to Mike Turpin's apartment. Elizabeth Turpin had conveniently not been there for the evening. They went to the door, went in, and Keith Bouchard immediately began to stab him, ended up stabbing him and slicing him 19 times. They were all convicted. Keith Bouchard got a life sentence. Elizabeth Turpin and Karen Brown each got a sentence of life without parole for 25 years. Now, Keith Bouchard's parole he was up for parole, and he was deferred until 2018 when he can reapply. Karen Brown was recently deferred for 5 years, so she's not eligible until 2016 again. Elizabeth Turpin was flopped or deferred for 10 years, so it'll be 2021 before she's eligible to be considered again. So,
well, you know, on its face, if you're going to have a parole board, it sounds like they did the right thing in these cases. I mean, it's 10 years. She's guaranteed 10 more years in prison by this, correct, before she's up for parole. So we've had all this press on these cases. The parole board made their decision, and on its face, it seems pretty reasonable. But you've got a list there of some of the people that aren't quite so famous.
wait a minute, I don't want to get off Elizabeth Turpin yet, because I'm going to disagree with a couple of the things you said. Don't forget, these three characters were responsible for brutally killing Mike Turpin, taking his life. I mean, he's dead. He's buried in Madison County. Now, a jury gave these two women a life sentence. A life sentence. They couldn't be eligible for parole until they served 25 years. But they didn't give them a 25-year sentence. They gave them a life sentence. Now, if they get out in 2021, Mike Turpin's still dead. He's still buried in Madison County. And so what's the message? Is the message you just got to give up part of your life when you snuff out another guy's life? I don't know that they did the right thing or the responsible thing. They got a life sentence. Why not, if a person kills somebody, like they're responsible for doing, they at least forfeit their ability to live free. Now, that's what the jury said. We'll see. You know, Officer Don, we have a number of, each semester we have a number of interns. And Chase Barnett is a senior at Georgetown College, and she's an intern with us, and she's taken an extraordinary interest in this whole parole board business. And she got the list of the people eligible for parole, and she was looking through it, and she found one that she didn't understand. Chase, what was that?
Well, the inmate's name is Christopher Taylor, and his crime was manslaughter on the 2nd degree. He was convicted in July of 2010, and he's up for parole, so he's just served over 7 months in prison.
Well, now that's the kind of thing that the public doesn't understand, Officer Don. Now we have this list, and if people want to go to our website at lexingtonprosecutor.com and look for the sharp eye on the parole board, then you're going to be able to, we're listing all of the people in Fayette County that are eligible for parole for March, and then we'll get the list for April, and we'll put that on. This is something we're going to start paying close attention to. But if you look at some of these cases, there are 45 people from Fayette County, one of 120 counties in Kentucky. That's 45 people that are eligible, and some of them, for example, here's a guy convicted in 2000. Robbery in the first degree, robbery in the second degree. He was convicted of both of those, and now he's eligible for parole. You got any number of robberies. You have the manslaughter case that Chase was talking about. You have any number of these things. And
now these are people that will be facing the parole board. They've not been released yet.
That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but the statistics I'm being told from the parole board is that somewhere between 75 and 80% of the people that talk to the parole board the first time are paroled. Okay, so what happens if I'm getting ready to do a jury trial? I guess I could have somebody get on Facebook and go read every prospective juror's Facebook page and find out what have they, to find out what sort of attitude do they have about stuff, whatever that is. And if we did that, Officer Don shows up as a prospective juror, and we go over to your Facebook page. So what am I going to find out about you?
You're just going to see my smiling face.
Oh yeah.
Pictures of my helicopter.
Yeah.
So.
But places you can get lessons.
That's right. It's all going to be about the buck.
S&S Tire.
That's what it's all about. Come on. No personal stuff there.
Yeah, well, what about you, Chase? Let's go to your Facebook page. You're a prospective juror. What am I going to find out about you?
I'm a college student getting ready to graduate, and I have no money.
You put that on Facebook that you're broke?
It kind of looks like it.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, it's a big issue. And you know, I'm not interested in doing that.
I think it could muddy the water a little bit, couldn't it?
Well, I don't know, but there's something that it just seems crummy to me. Sneaky, snoopy.
We'll leave that to the defense attorneys to do that. That's what you're saying.